Hi everyone. I'm not going to be making much eye contact today because I am walking. I was going to bring my selfie stick so I can walk with a flattering angle and save my arm, but I am a little punchy today and reactive and have a ridiculous amount of energy, which is kind of crazy because I've been up since 4 a.m. Not voluntarily. So tomorrow will be 13 weeks post-op. And I had my second Lupron injection yesterday. It hurt. Yeah, it hurt, which I was surprised by. Like, it goes into your muscle, but I was surprised because I swear, every time I vlog, it's like there's something loud that comes by me. Anyway, hope you can hear me okay. So the first Lupron injection I had really wasn't much of a big deal. Felt like a flu shot. You know, they jam it into your muscle, and as long as you move your arm around a little bit, you know, you're usually fine. But when I had the first Lupron injection, I was on the second day of having my period. So that was kind of how that manifested. The Lupron helped, I think. Again, not a medical doctor. The Lupron helped or should I say help? After I had the Lupron injection, my period bleeding eased up quite a bit, which is the whole point of why, or part of the point of why I'm on the Lupron. But I've been having, well, as you probably saw from other vlogs, I've been having a lot of side effects for about a week and a half, I think. I don't know, time is just like this random thing right now. And they stopped, so I thought I was going to get my period, and I never did. So the Lupron injections for mine are monthly. I know sometimes they do them 3 months out or whatever, but the one I'm doing is monthly. And just switch hands here. So they schedule it for, I have to schedule the next one actually. They schedule it for 4 weeks and a day after the last Lupron injection. So in theory, that's like, you know, after the 28th day. 28 days is when you're supposed to have your cycle. When you're perimenopausal, it could be like 2 days, it could be, I don't know, 50. I don't know. But the point is, I never got my period. So I wonder if like the Lupron is working that well that I'm in menopause. No idea. I don't know. I'll have a follow-up and stuff to find out. But the reality of what stuff looks like for me right now is I've been having some insomnia stuff going on where I'm just sleeping like weird. And I don't want to overthink that too much because, you know, I'm just starting the Lupron tamoxifen combination. I have a follow-up with my oncologist on Monday to see how things are going. And like there's so many moving factors, it's just hard to understand, like, you know, what came first, the chicken or the egg, what's helping what, who the heck knows. But a lot of my side effects eased up, which was good. But then I had the injection yesterday. My arm is still a little bit sore, but like, you know, movable, whatever. And like I said, I've been up since 4. I don't know why. So I had coffee this morning, and I've been having 2 cups of coffee like every day. One caffeinated, one not. For all the stomach issues going on, that's been helping ginormously. And then, you know, increasing my water intake, all that fun stuff. But I am like crazy hyped up with energy today. I've been still very reactive. It eased up for a couple of days, and then I had some personal stuff going on, not related to cancer, that I won't go into, but, you know, life still happens, even though you have cancer treatments or whatever you want to call these treatments. Life still happens, so life happened, and I'm like, crap, how do I deal with life on top of all this stuff? You know, welcome back to reality. I did return to work, though I don't really want to spend too much time talking about that today, because I just want to get home and actually have to get to work. But I just want to share with you about what's going on in my healthy ways of handling the side effects. So the side effect right now of me being abstinence 4, I'm not a morning person, being abstinence 4, and then having the sensory stuff going on again. So, which I assume is linked between, the two meds plus all the hormone stuff plus the physical stuff, just everything. You can't really blame one. I don't think you can blame one certain thing. It's just a combination of what's happening in a woman's body at this age, and then you throw in, cancer on top of that. So, so what I'm doing, trying to be a good role model. I'd love to go kickboxing, but not a smart thing to do right now. I think I'd hurt myself more so than anything. But yeah, I have a lot of pent-up energy, and I had to get it out. So in order to be productive at work and be a contributing member to society and not biting people's heads off or shaking my leg like crazy, because that's where I was before. I'm like, I have all this energy, I don't know what to do with it. I had I cannot stand the feeling of fleece, fun fact. But I have a jacket that's made of uncomfortable fleece, and the arms are very tight, which doesn't usually work since surgery, because the seam sticks into my armpits, and my armpits are still not a fun place to be. So, so I put that jacket on this morning because it's so tight fitting, and that helped ease the sensory stuff going on with my arms. So clothing, A. And then B, still had a cup of coffee, but I'm not gonna have 2 caffeinated drinks because I'm gonna be like, bah! I'm not doing that. But then I thought I need to get a whole body something with input. And for me, that's walking. So here I am, walking. And good for you. And is like a whole body thing. I'm swinging my arms. I'm noticing I'm standing more upright, which is awesome. Shoulders back as much as I can. I notice how much I've come, how far I've come with PT. I feel like I should get off the street because it's so loud. I realize how far I've come with PT when I can, swing my arms more and stand up more straight and suck in my core and put my shoulders back. It makes me proud of myself of how far I've come. And yeah, even though I'm still very limited to what I can do with my arms, really just the right arm, there's nothing wrong with my legs. And so I decided to walk. I was going to go in my former loop that I used to walk back in the pre-cancerous days, or I should say during cancer, where I didn't know I had cancer, before surgery days. But I got about, a mile down, and I started having this ping in my left boob, and I tried to ignore it, and it came back 4 times in the same spot, and I'm like, damn it. 4 times almost in a row, which is unexpected and not typical for what I usually go through. So I just started to backtrack, cross the street, and take a shortcut to get back home. So listening to my body, put sunblock on my face because it is sunny out. It's gorgeous out today in New England. And yeah, I just would, again, for if you're going through this and you're having these side effects and stuff, I think the easy thing to do is curl up in a ball and lay on the couch, which if you need to do that, go do that. That's fine. For me, that's not going to help because it's going to make things more stiff, and I don't want to be more stiff. I need to make sure that I'm moving to, take care of my body, but also give it what it needs. And right now, that is input. And this is the input I'm getting. So I'm going to turn to get away from the road. Whoops, not get hit by a car in the process. So healthy ways of coping is the goal for today. It's unseasonably warm in New England, and I am getting sun, I am getting air, I am walking at a pretty brisk pace, almost to where I was before. But again, noticing that when my body starts making these ping sounds, I'm like, nope, gotta stop, gotta slow it down and do what I can do. And that's it. And this will help like calm my system down, that I can be productive at work and calmer and, get through the day. I've actually been enjoying being back at work. It's almost like you have control. A lot of what I do with work is like, spreadsheets and stuff like that. And it helps. It helps because it's stuff that you can control. You can control the cells in your spreadsheet. You can make sure the formulas work. You can make sure the math adds up. So I'm actually enjoying that part of being back at work. And what's interesting is that someone reached out to me to tutor, and normally I'd pick that up in a heartbeat. I'm like, woohoo, math. But I really had to think about it and talk about boundaries. I don't want boundaries. Like I don't want to turn around right now, so everyone knows where I live. But I don't want to stop moving, so I'm not quite sure what to do with myself right now. Punchy, can you tell I'm punchy? Should I walk in place like I march, like I'm in marching band? I don't really know what to do with myself right now. Stop talking is what I need to be doing with myself. What the heck was I just saying? Work, spreadsheets. Oh my gosh, I forgot what I was just saying. I hate that. That's not a cancer thing. That's just like a getting older thing, I guess, that I just lose my train of thought. Or maybe that's just a Jen thing. I don't know. Damn it, what was I saying? I've been cursing a lot more. So all this stuff is helping with that too. I was talking about controlling stuff with the spreadsheets and whatever about work. I don't even know what I was saying. Anyway, I was probably getting to some phenomenal point and don't remember. But I have to eat. I just had a banana and then headed out after I had the coffee this morning. And I'm set up to start the day. So yeah, being proactive and not reactive. Life happens and it's like, how are you going to handle things? Even with the cancer diagnosis and stuff, you have to still keep in mind of the priority of like where you are in your life. I had a really good session this morning with the therapist or the social worker from the cancer center who helps really with she helps a lot of things, but today it was like about balancing out like regular life and work and all this other stuff when the tutoring, that's what I was coming back to. See, it always comes back about balancing things out in life. So I got an email from someone about starting to tutor. And as much as that really fulfills me and, I don't want to be back in the classroom, but do miss the content and do miss the interaction, with having kids have light bulbs go off when they understand polynomials and stuff. It's also about setting boundaries because I'm like, what? I'm just getting back to work. I'm not even, I'm at the point where I can do 3 hours of computer work and then I need a break. This guy's car is having a cameo and I have no idea whose car that is. Anyway, so as much as I wanted to hop on that and be like, yes, please, I'd love to do tutoring. I'm like, no, I'm still recovering. I'm still recovering from surgery. I'm still, the cancer thing is still somewhat new. What's today? Today's November 19th, I think. Something like that. But August, September, October, November. It's it's 3 months. 3 months since diagnosis is not a long time. So setting boundaries for myself, I said, I'd love to tutor, and I don't think right now is the smart time to do it. I didn't get into details because I don't know who the person is. I just said I had surgery, which I did. And my right arm is not fully functional yet, which is not. So, there's my boundaries. Actually, I'm gonna go here so you have a prettier view because I'm not ready. I'm not ready to, getting back to one job. I'm not ready to go back to 2 jobs. I will get there. And I'm happy that I'm still a commodity, that people are looking for my help with tutoring. But as I was saying, I was talking to the social worker this morning, and one thing that she told me was the 3 Ps. I think it was the 3 Ps. Pace. There was something else first. I don't remember the first one. But the second one was pace and prioritization or priorities. I don't remember the first P because I felt like the first P is what I do. Not that kind of P. Well, I do that kind of P too. I hope you do too. I've been getting funnier too. I don't know. I don't know. I find myself like cracking jokes and being punny a lot. But pacing, important. Like this walk this morning, for example, with the pacing, you know, I want to do like a 3-hour or a 3-mile walk, but like, you know, I'm listening to my body and my body's saying no. So I'm going to turn around, cross the street, head back home, and that's fine. Obviously, I still have a bit of energy, so I don't know what I'm going to do to, I don't deal with that. Showers will help too, like cold showers. There's a reason why they say for certain people to take a cold shower. And also because like timing wise, I have to take my tamoxifen. So maybe like with me making breakfast, that will be more input to calm my body down, because I'm still moving like this and I'm not usually a pacer. So pacing, and then, prioritizing, which is a reminder, especially like, you know, single parenting, working 2 jobs, you know, trying to figure out how to balance everything in life, you know, about who you are to other people and who you are to yourself. And I mean, people say this all the time, you know, you are of no use to someone if you are not taking care of yourself. And I've been told a lot by other people, not fun fact, but true fact, which is hard to hear, but I appreciate it, even though it's hard to hear from people that know me really well, that have told me in the past that I have a tendency to give so much of myself that it's at the expense of myself. And as weird as it is, the cancer diagnosis and all the drama that's come with it has taught me that I can't give at the expense of myself, because I am the most important person in my life. And, I was visualizing as she was talking, like making a list of, okay, you know, what's the priority? What's priority in my life? Like me, I'm number 1 priority. My kids are tied for second. I was actually going to write it down on a chalkboard that I have at home, but then like my kid's tied for second. I'm like, how do I write that so that like one really isn't first? Like, because someone's name would need to be written first. But kids are tied for second, and then it's like who falls next, into like who, you know, where do you want to put your energies? You know, what do you want to do with that energy? And right now, it's a good timing. You know, I took my 12 weeks off of work. Usually for a double mastectomy, that's what the most that they'll have you take off of work. But I think the timing was perfect because, like, you know, yes, I have modifications and I can't go back to, you know, being 100,000%, because I could do what I can do. And I think I was pushing myself too hard before. And, you know, I'm much more respectful of my body and not really my limitations, but what my boundaries are of what I can do. Anyway, so yeah, lots of tidbits. And the pacing thing, like how I'm being now, like I'm hoping it lasts 2 or 3 days. Like last time when I had the Lupron, I had weird side effects for 2 or 3 days, and then it was like I was totally fine after that. So I'm hoping that's the case now too. Hunger, weird thing too. I am starving. I don't know if that's some weird side effect from Lupron, but ever since I had the injection, man, I am starving. I feel like I can eat like constantly. And they're doing work on my apartment, so my kitchen is like uninhabitable right now, which is really hard when you just want to like eat food, but you don't have food, and I'm not at a space where I can, you know, cooking is still not easy because like you can't like lift heavy pots and pans and, you know, do certain movements with your arms. It all takes time. All right, I'm gonna head back. I got a good sweat out, and I'm actually getting chilly, which is, I think, good because it's a switch from how I was before. And I'm gonna eat a lot and then start my day. I might actually even just eat something and then go stop by a bagel place and get a bagel on top of my regular breakfast. I don't know. I need carbs. I don't know why my body's like craving carbs. I want a burger. I want like a freshly barbecued burger, medium rare, barbecue sauce, cheddar cheese. No, Swiss cheese. I would like cheddar cheese as a separate burger, but Swiss cheese, mushrooms up top, barbecue sauce. Yeah, I want one of those. but not for breakfast. So maybe that will be my dinner tonight as my treat for Lupron number 2. All right. Gratitude. I am grateful that I have a flexible work schedule. With the pandemic, I feel like almost everyone has a very flexible work schedule right now because so many people are working from home. What else am I grateful for? I am grateful for it being relatively warm out today in New England, which is very odd for like middle of November that I'm outside with like short sleeves on. And I'm grateful for whoever started the self-reflective movement. I don't know who would have done that. A philosopher from a very long time ago. Because as much as things could like easily snap you back into a place that you really don't want to be in, you know, stopping and just reflecting on yourself and understanding like you and prioritizing you and regulating yourself like is just so damn important. You know, it just helps you be a better person. It helps you see things in perspective. It helps you make better decisions. Makes you a better friend. Makes you just, you know, just more at peace in general. Yeah, that's my gratitude. All right. So hope you have a happy Thursday. It's Thursday, at least for me. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.